begging for our place to stay. Oh, it's not right. I wanna kiss you when we fight, kiss you when we fight. So hit the road, babe. I don't wanna see the mess you make. I don't wanna hear about your mistakes. I just wanna live my life without you. So have a nice day, close that door and be on your way. Not much else that I wanna say. I just wanna live my life without you. Forever in the heartbeat. It's
Meanwhile, studying with Paximus. I'm so glad you're here. I gotta admit, I took a nap. Because obviously this is my second time live streaming, so I took a nap, so I needed to, because sleep deprivation is a real thing. Sleep deprivation is a real thing. It's real. Thank you again so much for being here. If you're not familiar with the content of this channel, I am kind of all for education. I am a middle school educator in Southern California, and my goal is to really encourage you wherever you may be, whether you're in the United States or in Europe or in New Zealand or Australia or Asia, wherever you may be seeing this on YouTube. I really hope that you're having a great day. This is meant for all of us to just really connect and get to know each other, but also to help you stay productive and to stay focused, whether it's on a singular task or maybe it's something that you need help with in terms of maybe like decompression, because here on this channel, what I do is I end up playing music in the background for 45 minutes for this week, because we do a thing called the Pomodoro technique. So it's 2 hours of 45 minutes of uninterrupted music and study time, and then 15-minute breaks. So just thought I'd mention all that. And then sometimes we end up talking afterwards in the chat section. And earlier this morning, or should I say this afternoon, we ended up talking like almost, I think, an hour past the time that we were supposed to kind of close up shop. So it was kind of cool because we talked a lot about random but fun and nerdy stuff, and it's a great small community to be part of. So I'm very thankful that you are here. And let's go to the comments just to see who's here, and let me know where you're at, who is in the building. Let's see. Consultative Blind Guy. Hey, what's up? Andrew, how's it going? I hope everything's going well with you. No more hurricanes. And I really legitimately mean that. No more hurricanes, or is there still one brewing? Good. Yeah, I needed the nap. You guys have no idea how bad, like it obviously it still kind of shows, I think, right? But I'm just going to drink my decaf cup of coffee. Why decaf? Because there's no caffeine. Hence decaf. No, seriously, there's no caffeine in my coffee. It's a bit of a nightmare. You guys don't understand. I need caffeine. I'm not that type who naturally can wake up from a nap or in the morning without my cup of coffee that has caffeine. I need caffeine. But this is going to have to do. And again, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you, Andrew, for being here. Aaron, thank you so much for being here. Really, truly appreciate you guys. I shot 3 videos and did a little work. This stream, this stream will be dedicated to editing. I love that. I love that you guys can kind of figure out what works for you and playing music in the background, and then you can start doing some editing. Maybe it's some reading, some studying. Definitely, this is kind of that channel meant to help you and encourage you and help you focus on productivity, studying, and then, but also keep in mind, for those of you who struggle with anxiety like myself, or even panic attack disorder, sometimes it's just nice to have a person in the room. Let's say that you're by yourself, and this, I promise this is going somewhere because I struggle with this a lot. if you're in the room by yourself and you during this pandemic, let's say that you may be by yourself in your room and just out of nowhere something hits hard and you start feeling anxious about something. Hopefully you're like me in one sense where if I'm going through some sort of panic attack, I remember to breathe in through my nose and out and take deep breaths. Practice the 4 M's, and I'll talk about that a little bit later in our next break. But um, it just helps knowing that someone's kind of like next to you in the room, but not saying anything particularly to you. That I know helps me kind of bring everything down, but it also helps to kind of, with all the stimulation of overstimulation of like so many things happening, sometimes it's nice to bring down the volume just a little bit, but that it's nice background noise. Does that make sense? Because for me, it helps to just kind of calm down. And with the music that we've been playing on this channel, and I think you guys can agree, it really does help. It really helps to not only stay focused, but if you go through a moment where you're in panic, one tip that I learned was to think about the color blue. Close your eyes, think about the color blue, and then just kind of listen to the music in the background. Like that helps reduce anxiety. That helps reduce panic. Try it out. See if it works for you. For me, sometimes it does. It really does. Some other times it just takes longer for me to kind of get through it, but it does help. It does help to kind of breathe. So this channel is, in my opinion, multi-purposed, and I want to thank each and every one of you so much for showing up in the mornings that we've been live streaming this week, and also at 4:50 p.m. our normal time on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Thank you so much for doing that. If you haven't done so already and you like what you see and hear, I would love a subscribed and a thumbs up, and also you got it, the notification bell. That would be great. Oh, and don't be stingy. Share it with your family and friends. More on that a little bit later in the next break as well, because if there are any new people, I'd love to share a contest that we're actually kind of running on this channel, and I'm going to be making a video, somewhat short video, to kind of explain the contest rules and what qualifies you for the entry into the contest. So more on that later. Let's go back to the comments. I just want to make sure that I'm reading the room here. So Aaron, I'm really glad that you had a chance to kind of figure out like this works for me. This really helps me stay focused and productive in this time. Solar gravity's in the house, Eric. Which, man, I'm so thankful that you guys are here. You guys are awesome. Let's just finish my second live stream for challenge today. That's awesome. And no more tornado warnings today. Okay. I'm really happy to hear that. On my iPad Pro, so not tagging. Sorry. No problem. I think that would be an issue if it was like, I don't know, maybe live streaming pros, which I now know who they are. So live streaming pros, or what's his name? Nick Niminin, Nimini. So I don't know his stuff very well, but I heard to check him out because he's got really helpful tips and tools for YouTube people. Caffeine is my friend. My friend's not here, and I need caffeine. Coffee maker died yesterday. That actually does hurt, doesn't it? My wife and I just came back from buying a new one. You know what? Those are victory moments. Those are victory moments. I'm so glad to hear that. Let's see. Tonight, working on ConvertKit and my script for the launch. That's awesome. Okay. Oh, did I? skip. Okay. Hey, Eric. YouTube really needs to figure out the mobile stuff. Yeah. YouTube, stop lagging. Stop twiddling your thumbs. No, I didn't mean that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know if anybody notices or not, but I'm not really that mean. Or maybe. I don't know. Consult a Blind Guy was your second stream on another channel. I missed it. So I think I just happened to go on Slack and I kind of followed the link that was provided, and I caught a portion of your live stream, but I think it was the replay, and right before I was about to like subscribe and like, boom, gone to the world. I was done. And so I will be sure to follow that link again and subscribe and like as soon as possible, because I want to support. And I think it was the drum challenge, which was kind of cool, and I'm interested in checking that out more. So silly, yeah, that tagging on mobile, yeah, it needs to be done. Come on, guys, let's go. Let's get on this. You know. I just did my mission like I did earlier. I think it's gonna to inspire a lot of Lita fam. Now I'm starting to understand what that's talking about, Andrew. So I feel like I'm starting to be on the same page with you guys on this. So Pax, just telling my wife the same. So nice to have friends working towards our own goals. Absolutely. I mean, it's just great that, again, I don't like using the word accountable because in my very, if you will, strong opinion, there's no such thing as accountability. It's too exhausting. You can't be accountable to another person. That's so exhausting. Unless they're a family member like your spouse or something, where there is a true definition that forms in that. But my understanding is to be accountable to other people is to like constantly be on them, and I can't do that. That's not a gift I have, nor do I think it's a gift that many people have. I think it's actually a gift, however, that's given where it's a rarity that someone actually truly acts on that gift. Um, and quite honestly, like a person who does, who's super accountable like that, I'd be worried to know that if their strength is tied to their weakness, where they drop everything else and then just they're accountable to that one thing or one person. No, my understanding, if you will, is to walk out life with others. That to me sounds somewhat helpful to understand that maybe there's less pressure, but you're still in it with them. There's moments throughout the day, there's moments throughout your week where you're walking out life with each other. That's doable. Accountability is a very, very strong word that I think is thrown out loosely. So just my thoughts, my little 2 cents for today. So there you go. I'm off the soapbox, I promise. Second one is on the Lita Facebook group. Karma and I do. Oh, Karma. Is that Karma cash flow, right? And I do both. Do it publicly before we do it private to complete the challenge for the day. Gotcha. Eric, do you do any of your work on your iPad, or do you mainly work on computer? Let's see. All work is done on a MacBook or Mac Pro, video editing and audio. My 3D is on a Windows workstation. That's surprising to me. Very surprising to me, Eric. Very surprising. And I say this with like a lot of admiration for what you do, because I am a fan of your renders. I think they're amazing. They're just amazing. Those are the kind of pictures and things that I wish I had represented for me when I was kind of doing my concert promotions. And I was very futuristic thinking in the let me rephrase that. I liked the look, the aesthetic of futuristic looks. And you definitely have just amazing, aesthetically beautiful graphics that you do on your workstation. I thought it would be all through Mac. I literally thought you were a Mac guy through and through. It's surprising to me that you do 3D on a Windows workstation. And but you have 7 computers in your render farm. Good night. I thought I had a lot. But 7 computers. Good night. iPad is for minor surfing and writing, as it should be, I think. Nice, Eric. Do you do any pre-sketch stuff on your iPad to get ideas, or not really? Which by the way, Eric, going back to it from, I believe it was last Friday, where you tagged me and then showed that render of it had the look of an astronaut with my name on the back. I was like floored. I showed it to my sister, and she was like, "What?" we were kind of floored by it, to be honest. And so I started to think a little bit. I hope you're following me on this. But I started to think, you know how we were talking earlier about merch? So I'm curious. I'd love to connect with you to talk to you about that particular render, because I kind of liked it, and it was really cool, and I don't know what that would look like, but I'd love to have something like that, like a graphic like that on a t-shirt or something, or like on a notebook or sketch pad, whatever. I was like thinking about that earlier as we were talking a lot about the possibility of people wanting my merch and stuff like that, and how great this community's been to kind of talk me through that. Hey Archer was also super helpful. He talked with me a little bit, even posted something on Instagram that we were talking face to face. I was about to post that, but like I said, I was kind of gone to the world earlier. Sorry. So anyways, just throwing that out there. That's all. Sorry, I'm really bad with catching up, but I'm trying. Andrew will catch up with you, team replay. Cool. Sweet. So if you're just joining and I haven't said hello to you, please leave a comment in the chat. Let me know you're here. I'm gonna kind of skim through a little bit just to make sure I see the new, new text messages here, or comments, whatever you want to call it. Let's see here. Oh, okay, guys. I don't know if he's still here, but MGC 777 is in the house. So you guys know I was talking about my closest friends, right? So one of them showed up this morning. A really, really good friend of mine. His name's Joel. He showed up this morning, as some of you guys know. My other friend, his name is Matthias. I consider him a very close friend, and he's like a brother to me. He's on also today. So show some love to MGC 777. All You didn't expect that, huh? Yeah, that's right. I'm actually utilizing this stuff now. Okay. So I'm going to keep going through the comments. We're going to go into a Pomodoro technique of 45 minutes of uninterrupted study time. My encouragement to you is that we're using this time to focus, to stay productive, or simply to relax and just kind of just decompress a little bit. Hopefully the music helps you in either situation. I will look specifically through the chat. Remember, my goal is to help you as much as I can to stay productive. So if you need to talk in the chat, I'm not going to restrict you from doing so, because I think at the end of the day, I want you guys to build a community here where you get to connect with each other and hopefully with me as well. So don't feel like you can't talk to each other, but I definitely want to encourage you to focus on your editing, your reading, your guitar building, or tool building, or helmet building. I say this because I know Matthias does a lot of hands-on work with so many. He's very creative, very much hands-on guy when it comes to building stuff, and I mean he does exceptional work. Which, by the way, if you haven't checked out his work, you can check his stuff out on Instagram. I want to make sure I get this right. Let's see. You guys should definitely check out his Instagram. So actually, I think what I'm going to do is direct you to the other one. So it's fiddlers_tavern. Go to fiddlers_tavern. Fiddlers_tavern. You will be blown away by the kind of stuff that you're going to see in that profile. And Matthias, if you feel so inclined to give him your other Instagram, that's fine too. But I wanted to try that one. I hope that's okay. All right. So for the next, or should I say for the next 45 minutes, I'll play music. We'll go into focused study time. I will be more active just in this particular session in the comments, just so that I can kind of catch up with you. I'll also kind of chime in every now and then. But again, my goal is to limit that and to kind of, do my stuff, because as you know, I have a lot of work to catch up on. So here we go. We're going to cue up the music, which I think you guys enjoyed the music that I was playing earlier. Just out of curiosity, and I'll look at the comments right now, but out of curiosity, how did you guys feel about those particular songs that had vocals on it? Because for me personally, it wasn't distracting. It felt nice and smooth still. But I do want to honor the fact that this is meant to be focused time, and sometimes, for some of us, I think it depends, but sometimes having vocals, like, I can't help but pay attention to those vocals, especially if it's the first time. But if it doesn't bother you guys, then I will consider that to be part of the playlist for today. But if not, I'll stick to what we've been doing, because it's been working, and I think it's great. Okay, let me cue this up. Like I said, I'll look at the comments in a little bit, and I may or may not talk on the mic, or I just might type it in, whichever I think is best. Okay. Let's start off with a little bit of jazz on Meanwhile, Studying with Paximus. Here we go. Nick Niminati. That's who it is. Thank you.
taking a small break here of 15 minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed the music. Looks like you guys are having a great conversation, so this is good. This is good. I totally encourage you guys to connect. Let's see where we are with the comments, because I'm not sure exactly where I left off. Ooh, there's a lot. There's a lot. Oh, and I got a dislike. So I really hope whoever did that has a better day. It could be a person who just simply doesn't like this channel, and that's okay. So I hope you have a better day. Pax, do you have a telly that I didn't know about? A telly? Oh, you mean a guitar? No, I think you've already seen the monstrosity of a collection I have of guitars. Which, by the way, I might do like some sort of like tour of my little studio room and all the stuff that I do to make this kind of happen. I'll do it. Maybe at some point. I don't know. I'll do it later. I'll do it later. So if you're referring to the television, that's new. If you're referring to a new telly, I don't think I have a new telly. Telecaster is, I'm assuming, is what you're talking about. Let me go to the very bottom. Let's see. Telecaster. Guitar reveals. So you're talking about that. Yeah, let me get it real quick. And it's not new. At least I don't think it's new to you. So I'm pretty sure you've already seen this. This right here is one of my favorite guitars for sure. I just like the kind of the feel of the neck because it's a little bit thinner. Tellys are really light, you know, and I just like it. So yeah, that's that. But I think, Matthias, you've already seen it. Okay. So let me see what's going on here. I'm digging the music today. I like it. I like it a lot. You know what I just realized? That one dislike is the first dislike I've had since I started this YouTube channel. Literally everything on my channel is like 100% likes and all that stuff. So in a way, it's kind of a good thing. And obviously it's bad because, you know, it's a dislike. So I'm sorry for that person who didn't like the content. But it actually, like, likes and dislikes kind of helps with the algorithm so that there's more exposure for this channel. So not to say that I'm promoting dislikes. If anything, I'm definitely promoting a thumbs up. So let's see here. I'm just going to go back to the comments here. A firefighter for over 20 years now. Wow. Got 8 more to go and retire from it. Hey, I just want to thank you, Rhino Dog, for your service. What you do is incredible, and it's definitely, I mean, I almost to say that it's hard work it doesn't suffice. So thank you for your commitment to protecting people and serving your community. Thank you so much. That's amazing. Rhino, no. What I always say about firefighters and law enforcement, two professions that you can't fake. Yeah, that's for sure. That level of knowing you may not come home to your family any day of the week. Yes, exactly. That's why. Yeah, I don't want to get too far into it, but I just want to thank you, Rhino Dog, for your service. Thank you so much for what you do. It's amazing. It is courageous what you do. Keep up the fight. We salute you. Definitely. I love this. May the Lord continue to protect you and reward you for your sacrifices and heroism. Absolutely. Absolutely agree with that 100%. Anyone here do 3D printing? That's a good question. I know that Eric does renders, but I don't know if he does 3D printing. I don't know if anybody else does. I'm at the second researching it. Wow, it's part of my next phase for my launch of my new project. Wow, are you watching a video on the Saturn right now? Huh. Thanks, guys. It takes a toll on families, unfortunately, and that is why I lead our Fellowship of Christian Firefighters chapter and work with the chaplain with stress management team. Dude, that's amazing. That is so amazing. That's just... Keep it up, Rhino Dog. Keep it up, man. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. It's just great. It's more than a McDonald's salute. It's I'm loving it. I just followed both you on Insta, and then Star Wars stuff is awesome. My oldest son would love that. Yeah, MGC has just an amazing collection of builds that he does on Fiddlers_Tavern, and then the other one that he mentioned, which was, I think, I mean, you guys know what it is. You guys know what it is because you saw it in the comments. So I'm not even gonna try and say it because I don't see it in front of me. So I'm just gonna keep going with the comments. If I see it later on, then I'll say it. Rhino, my family has law enforcement in many branches, and I can attest to that level of family stress. The unspoken toll of the invisible demon that everyone pays for in your family. Yeah. No, I'm not. I just purchased a printer, and I'm getting into it. Oh, so you got a printer. You got a 3D printer, and love what the possibilities are. That's awesome. That's really cool. Hey, he's back. Awesome. Good to have you back, Andrew. Man, you guys probably don't know this, but I know it's summer and all. We have central air conditioning in our house. But because of all the equipment that I have and the lights and the cameras and the action, it is boiling hot in here. And I run hot to begin with, so of course on the other side of the room or on the other side of the house, I have people who live with me who thrive in this type of heat. I need it to be cold and they thrive in heat, and yet we're in different locations where it's not serving our purpose. I'm in a hot spot and they're in a cold spot, and they end up going outside, not even enjoying the AC. So first world problems, guys. I shouldn't even complain. I shouldn't. I actually really shouldn't. I should be thankful, and I am. Thank you, Rhino Dog. I'm definitely a Star Wars fanatic. My specialty is 3D, so I've been patiently waiting this exact moment when 3D printing is actually feasible and not just a disaster to start. The resins and the community is larger now. I think I read that right. Understandable. What's your choice of filament?
I don't know if I read that right. 3D animation, not printing. Ah, gotcha. Paximus Enterprises, what kind of music? I like the bruh, by the way. That's awesome. Bruh, what kind of music do you prefer for your streams? Jazz, like what we're listening to now, or a combo of different genres? I think for me personally, I am the kind of guy who loves to listen to various types of music. I love jazz. I love rock. I love pop, hip hop, R&B, soul, neo soul. I've started just barely kind of tiptoeing into, I want to call it pop country because it's not really country. I'm kind of being introduced by like Maren Morris and Blake Shelton because of their connection with the voice and stuff like that. Well, at least Blake Shelton, not Maren Morris. But I'm kind of, getting there. I have an appreciation for country music artists because they're great storytellers and with their music. So I think my favorite genre, because I listen to alternative, just different types. I guess to kind of give you a sense of what kind of music I really, really like, my favorite band, even though that they're disbanded, is called Mute Math. Mute Math is a band that I followed for many years. They were at one point in the Christian industry and went mainstream. They used to be called, the band used to be called Earthsuit, and then they became Mute Math, I think after 2 years or so, something like that. Mute Math is one group. I love John Mayer's music. Jamie Cullum, who's a pop jazz artist. I like to call him pop jazz because his music's highly influenced by pop music, but he plays jazz music in his albums. And he's got a fairly good voice. I listen to bands like Keane and Coldplay, but also like even like new artists that I've been kind of listening to well, I guess being in part of the kind of the pandemic that's been happening. I've been listening to more music. I used to do a segment on Instagram, as a matter of fact, called Meanwhile Back at the Cafe Corner with Paximus, where it was just having a cup of Java, like we're doing here, having a cup of Java, listening to music, and then I kind of give my take, on the music and things like that. I had to stop that though because I was starting to get flagged on my Instagram account, and I didn't want that to happen anymore. So I had to stop that because of copyright infringement. So you just got to be careful with that kind of stuff. So the kind of music that I'm into is, I guess you could say, a mixture of like pop, mainstream pop, alternative rock type of music genres, but I like pretty much all types of music. I'm pretty much open to all types. So hopefully that answers it. I probably answered it too much. Let's see. I lost my spot here. Oh yeah, I saw the steampunk top hat had a steam-powered giraffe band feel. I think those guys are brilliant. Those guys are amazing. I remember seeing that one of their videos, and it was a while ago. And I just realized we're going to go into our next session of 45 minutes of uninterrupted study time. So a little bit more, I will answer the comments in a little bit, but thank you so much for being here on Meanwhile Studying with Paximus.
Hey everybody. How's everybody doing? That was our second 45-minute sesh. We've been having some really good conversation in the chat, so that's kind of nice to see. I just completed both my surveys for the parents and for the students. So I'm now good to go with that, and I am actually going to be contacting two head of schools to organize a way to get that survey out to them, because time is of the essence, and I need to get their responses like stat, so that I can get this all sorted out, put it in an outline for my chapter 4, and start writing so that it's done, because there's a lot more revisions that need to still be made. So I mean, I still got a long way to go. Good to take a break. Yeah, I need to take a breather. I think I can only do 45 minutes on a single task, and then I have to take a break. And what I mentioned before, statistically speaking, with the research that I've done, it's about 45 minutes that a person can only handle on a single task, without starting to, because then they start showing a little bit of tiredness or exhaustion or fatigue, whether it's looking at a television screen or a computer screen, whatever. There's a thing called CVS, which is computer vision syndrome, that actually is something that I was diagnosed with 5-6 years ago, because of the amount of time I spend on a computer. It naturally just drains your eyes, and you get really tired. So, anyways, that's that. Guys, thank you so much for being part of this. I really enjoyed having the conversation of what we had this morning and what we even had tonight. So here's what I'm gonna do, and I really doubt you guys would be up for it. So there's two things I want to explain. One thing is I'll talk about the contest a little bit more, just so that you guys are still thinking about that, and you're hopefully encouraging your family and friends to also subscribe to this channel, which, again, I appreciate your support. Please know that even if it's one subscriber, it's one person who I get to connect with and who gets to be part of this community. So thank you so much. Truly, I really appreciate it. The one thing is talking about the contest, but later tonight, and I know you guys are on the East Coast, so I really doubt you'll be awake for this. I just got to get more planning done, but I'm going to tell myself to go to bed by like no later than, I would say 12, maybe 12:30, just because I do need sleep. And I've only had an hour of sleep in the last 36 hours, something like that. So that's not healthy. But there's a lot of stuff that I need to plan in order to connect with those two head of schools tomorrow, so that we really get this show on the road with these two surveys that I have, so that I get the quickest response as much as possible, because I need to get this done. It's just one of those things where it's a deadline, and unfortunately it is what it is. Good to take a break. Story of my life right there, bruh. Yeah, I shared it out a couple times, and I truly appreciate you guys doing that. It means a lot to me that you're taking the time out of your day to text message people, to email them, to phone call, voice chat, whatever. It really does mean a lot to me that you're taking the time to do that. And I just want to thank you so much for supporting me and this channel.
I can see that it's also benefiting you in terms of connecting with others. I'm seeing that you guys are starting to feel connected, and thank you again for your kind responses earlier this afternoon. That really made my day, to be honest. So I really appreciate that. I might still be up. I'm usually up till 2 to 4 a.m. most nights. Wow. Okay. That would be great to have you on. I don't know exactly the time that I'm going to be on. It might be about 10 o'clock my time, which I think in turn would be 10, 11, 12, 1. So that would be about 1 o'clock your time if you're in Michigan. So I would encourage you. I know this sounds backwards, but I would encourage you, if you're sleepy, go sleep. You know, there's always tomorrow morning. We're going to be back at 9:50 in the morning to do this live stream. And then also in the afternoon, I think I'm going to do a little bump to the afternoon as well. So, but if you are online, keep checking. I'll actually make a new reminder so that it goes out to all my subscribers. And since you would be one to subscribe, you could just hit the reminder, and then you'll be online with me and listening to some music and stuff. Maybe I think I might just title it Paximus at Night, something like that. I don't know. I don't know. Something fun. I don't know. Meanwhile, studying with Paximus is still the thing. But so if you guys want, you can totally join me. I would love the company, to be honest. I'm usually up till 1 to 2 on the daily, if not later on my days off. For sure, if you guys are awake, I would love for you to join me. If you're not, don't worry about it. There's always tomorrow morning, and I look forward to that, having you guys with me tomorrow morning. And even I'm going to push it to the afternoon because, again, I got to get this stuff done. So, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So, yeah, Paximus Enterprises sleep deprivation crew. Yeah. There's a night crew. We have morning, afternoon, evening, or should I say morning, evening, and late night. Pax after hours. Yeah, exactly. I love it. So I'm gonna be on tonight, probably around 10 p.m. But I'll send out the invitation with a reminder so that you guys are notified. Hopefully it notifies you of when the next episode is. This is episode 15, I believe, so 16 will show up. And so the second thing is the contest. So the contest, I was talking with Hey Archer quite a bit just through Instagram. He was really helping me kind of wrap my head around the idea of getting merch and stuff like that. And I want, I think you guys totally understand what I'm talking about, right? Like my channel's small and there's not really too much awareness of my channel, I guess you could say. I'm still small. I just started back in back in May, and that's kind of why I want to start building up to getting to like 250 subscribers. And I definitely, once we get to 200, I'll let you know what the contest is. I'll release the video with all the information, which you already know most of it already. But and then I'll tell you guys what the prizes are. It's going to be 3 prizes, so I look forward to letting you guys know about that. And because our community is somewhat small right now, I really think that you have pretty good chances of getting one prize. Hopefully, I don't want to promise you, but I'm just saying you might have, because it's going to be random. I'm just going to kind of pick out of a hat do a video update. Tell everybody thank you so much that I was able to meet either 250 or hopefully it moves up. 250, 500, 850 or 800, and then 1,000 eventually. I would love to do that. And then the prizes would get bigger, not necessarily in size, but it would just get bigger in quality, whether it's a service that I provide or it's an actual product. So by the way, we were talking about affiliates earlier today with Pat Flynn, and I'm looking to basically connect with some sort of educational company that sells hardcover, custom hardcover journals, something like that I can kind of promote on my website and also on this channel, because I would love to direct people to a product that I really enjoy and am passionate about, and just to grow a connection. So if you guys hear of anything, I would love to kind of get your feedback on that as well. Let's see. PAX After Hours. I love that. Right there, bruh. PAX After Hours. You have more subs than me, brother. I'm only at 65. But remember what I mentioned. So that information, it hopefully it helps you out if you choose to take it. All I did was connect with family and friends. I spent pretty much an entire day on my phone, either calling or texting family and friends saying, hey, I just want to let you know, thank you so much for connecting with me, and just, here's some new things that are happening in my life, and I would love for you to be part of that journey with me. And I would say everybody that I contacted was more than willing. As a matter of fact, there was friends of mine who made 3 different accounts at one point just to subscribe, which, by the way, they look at all 3 accounts, so it's not like it's just making an account and leave it alone. They have those 3 accounts actually. Let me rephrase that. They have those 3 accounts active, and they used it to subscribe each time because they're friends and family who care. So I would encourage you to do the same thing. Reach out to people like you have been doing for me, and I truly appreciate that. But reach out to people and see that you can start moving up by just having people say, hey, you know what, we're supporting you. Here is a quick subscribe and a thumbs up. You can even do a giveaway yourself to get to 100, because that 100 actually helps you with, and I think you guys already know all this stuff. I'm just kind of, I guess, for the sake of the video itself, so in case there are people who see this on the replay, on the video itself, they would be able to see this. But it's just a tool that I use to connect with people that I've known, and they were just more than willing to support me in that. So I will say this: what's been hard is getting past the 100. So, or not past the 100, but once I got past the 100, getting subscribers after 100 it felt hard. It still feels hard, obviously, but it's just it's one of those things where you're like, ugh, okay. So don't discredit yourself with the sub numbers. True. And for me, guys, and I hope you know this already enough about me, but it's really about the connections, getting to know who you guys are, and being able to connect as what I like to call now #Pax Familia. I kind of like that, or Pax Fam, whichever we decide to kind of go with. My sleep schedule is always messed up, but I do have an early morning, so you guys have a great evening. Hey, thank you so much, Rhino Dog. I really appreciate you and your service to our communities, your community. Thank you so much for what you do, and I really look forward to just walking out life with each other, hopefully in the future on this channel, and maybe beyond. True. Don't focus on the numbers too much. Yeah. You know what? It's funny. Like my family, they're not too big on YouTube channels and stuff like that. They don't really quite understand it or care for it. There it is. Exactly. If it was up to them, I wouldn't be online at all. That makes sense. Sure. Well, that's good that you have that community of people. That's really great. I love that they support you. You know, that's really good. 946 on oldest channel. That's awesome. Pax fam, Pax familia. Love it, guys. I love it. Okay, so thank you so much. For the contest, like I mentioned, let's quickly try and get to 200. You know, and once we get to 200, I'll make a video. Well, actually, I'm gonna make the video already, and have it ready. But what I want to do once we get to 200, and I send out that video so that everybody knows what the rules are and what they're entering in for. Once we get to 250, or should I say, as we're trying to get to 250, I want to make the challenge to see if we could get 250 subscribers. Really, all it is 50 more subscribers to my YouTube channel in 1 week. And if we can do that in 1 week, the person who ends up getting the first prize, I'm gonna make sure that they get something a little bit bigger, you know. So I want to do that as a challenge because I think it would be fun. That's really like, let's make this fun. So I'm going to boost your numbers right now. Watch this. I'll be right back. Oh man, I appreciate that. Andrew. Thank you so much again, guys. I really appreciate it. I will be back later tonight. But in the meantime, thank you for tuning in to Meanwhile Studying with Paximus. Remember, be kind and rewind. I'll see you later.